Hi there everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Everyday Tarot. Right, so on the back it says, a modern approach to the ancient wisdom of tarot. The Everyday Tarot deck gives modern soul seekers an intuitive tool to access their inner wisdom and create an inspired life. This kit features a beautifully illustrated deck and an 88-page guide to the cards that will appeal to tarot veterans and novices alike. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and open it. It's a really sturdy looking box, as you can see. I have heard some reviews saying that it's quite hard to get into, so we will try that now. So as you can see, here we've got the little guidebook. It looks a little bit thicker than a standard kind of, little white book that you get. It looks a bit more, better quality, but it's not majorly extensive by the looks of it. So I will go ahead and try and get into this now. Right, hold on. This. Right, there we go. I assume this just slides out. Yep, okay, that wasn't very difficult, I'm not sure. On one of the Amazon reviews someone said that it took them something like 5 people and an engineer to get into this, so I don't know what on earth they were doing. But there we go. Yeah, so just a little bit of padding there. Right, so now it's also wrapped in cellophane, which the incredibly organised me hasn't brought any scissors up, so I can't actually get into this right now. Right, so I opened it with my teeth, which is not advisable, but there we go, I did it. So, first impressions, look at that beautiful gold inside. You can see how shimmery that is beautiful. And I love this illustration that's on the back of all the cards as well. Right. They are very small, which suits me because I have the smallest hands in the universe and I can't shuffle regular tarot cards very well at all. So here we've just got 7 steps to an accurate and insightful tarot reading, quick tarot spreads, so that's very useful. You do often get these in tarot decks where they've just got a couple of cards that give you a bit of kind of information, spreads, etc. So these 7 steps: create a sacred space, ask a question, choose a spread, shuffle and lay the cards, interpret the reading, answer your question, reflect and take action. So it's quite basic things, but these cards are designed for kind of beginners as well as people that are kind of more used to reading tarot, so that's good. So let's have a look at some of these. Oh, these are absolutely gorgeous. Right, so we've got the Fool here with his little dog, and I like how minimalistic it is, but it's actually got quite a lot of symbolism still in there. So you've got the sun in the corner, you've got the white rose, you've got his little knapsack, the dog, the cliff that is falling off, and the mountains in the background, all of which are very traditional imagery. And yeah, I think that's really good. It's a very simple image, but everything in it has a purpose. So look at the Magician. Yes, this is a card. I love this one. I've seen a few of these illustrations because on her website. So it's by, how do you say her surname? I'm not actually sure. Yeah, so it's by Bridget Esselmont, I believe that's how you say her name. And she actually has a website, Biddy Tarot, so whenever I look up card meanings online, if I just want to get a different perspective or whatever, it's always her website that comes up first. You know, if you're into tarot, you've probably come across her, to be honest. And this deck is by her. And whenever you see, it's a very good piece of marketing, because whenever you look a card up on her website, she has these pictures and a link as to where you can buy the deck, and it worked on me, so there we go. Oh, the High Priestess. This is my favourite card in the tarot deck, kind of full stop, and this is a beautiful one. And again, it's got the key features, but just not, you know, in a very simplistic fashion. The Empress, now that is nice, because the Empress is actually a card that I don't really get along with usually, which is quite strange, but that is beautiful, definitely. Oh wow. Yeah. I definitely feel a connection to this card, much more so than any other Empress that I've seen. They're beautiful. Old Hierophant. The Lovers. Oh, I just love the colour scheme in this deck. I just think it's just so rich. You know, the gold with the beautiful, really deep purple colour. Yeah, it's very me. And I feel like this may become one of my favourite decks. Oh, the Chariot, I like that. Oh, that's very magical. The Sphinxes. It's very Egyptian looking, that. Beautiful. Oh, gosh, I am obsessed. And they feel very nice quality. They're quite nice and matte. It's weird, they're a weird mixture of matte and shimmery. The purple seems matte, and then the gold, it is matte, but it's still shimmery, which I really like. Oh, the Hermit. This is another one of my all-time favourite cards. Yeah, that's definitely got Hermit vibes. That is just beautiful. Oh, and Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I like the animal sort of imagery in this. Let's have a look at some of the Minor Arcana cards. Oh, Queen of Swords. Typical that I go to the Queen of Swords because she's another one of my all-time favourites. Yeah, I love this. She looks so majestic, so powerful. She has really got her shit together. Oh, that is... Oh, I'm so excited by this deck. And the cards, they're fairly thin, but they feel pretty sturdy, to be honest. Yeah, I like Ace of Cups. Three of Cups is a card I don't normally get on with particularly well, but I do quite like that illustration. Oh dear. Cute. I love the Six of Cups, it's just the sweetest little card ever, and this has definitely kind of captured the essence of it. Have a look. Yeah, 10 of Cups, loving life. Let's have a look for some. Right, here we've got Wands. Oh, I like that one. Three of Wands again is one that I don't... It kind of challenges me a little bit. I'm not sure why. I think the... on the kind of basic... which one is it? The Robin Wood deck. The Three of Wands feels very oppressive to me. And quite kind of intimidating. Now, I have, as I mentioned in one of my videos, which one was it? Bonding with a Tarot deck, I think it was. I have kind of gone through and picked out the cards that I don't resonate with in my other deck, and kind of gone through my shadows basically and worked out why I don't resonate with them. But, you know, it's always going to be kind of in the back of my mind that they're not my absolute favourite cards, but it doesn't mean that I can't learn something from them. And actually I have not yet in this deck seen a card that I don't like, because colours to me are incredibly important in tarot and in like kind of the influence quite heavily. Ten of Wands. Oh, a lot. Yeah, that's a good one. What was I saying? Yeah, colours influence quite heavily how I perceive something and how I feel about it. So if it's an incredibly bright yellow, like the sun, I don't like the sun in a lot of tarot decks because it's just too oppressive. I'll see if I can find it in here actually. it's, oh, the moon. Yeah, I just don't get on with it usually. Oh yeah, I think I've seen that one. No, that I can deal with that one. And I think because all the colours are similar, it allows me to not have that kind of gut reaction that like, oh no, I don't like that. It just allows me to see the card for what it is, read the symbols in it, and you know the meanings that I already know, etc., etc., and not be kind of immediately put off by the colours or even the look of the person in it. You know, thinking, oh, they're giving giving me a funny look, or they look like this kind of person, that kind of person, because all the faces are quite nondescript. You know, they don't have features. I don't think any of them do. No, sorry. So, oh, apart from that one, but I can deal with him. So I really like that. So it's kind of all about the symbolism, much more so than just your gut reaction to the look of the card. The World's another one that I usually find quite oppressive, but that's just beautiful. I absolutely love this deck. I'm quite like sensitive to kind of how things look, and I have very, very over the top kind of gut reactions to things. So this is just wonderful that it's all the same colours. It's very good for someone who's strange like me. Yeah, let me know if anyone else has that, because it is a very... I just don't feel like that's normal, and I would love to know if anyone else feels the same way. Right. Oh, that is just gorgeous. So I will definitely be doing some heavy bonding with this deck. And it's the first deck that I've ever had that's actually all... is it gilded? Is that what you call it? No, I don't know. Anyway, coloured on the side. And I've been wanting a deck like this for quite some time, so I am so happy. And it's so small, and I love it, and it fits in my hands. And I'm not going to shuffle it because I'm going to lay them all out in order as part of my bonding process, so it's just so much easier if I don't shuffle it. Yeah, but yeah, after I've done the bonding I might film a bit of me shuffling it, just so you can see how, if you've got freakishly small hands as well, you can kind of see how it goes. So I'll have a little look at the booklet now. So, Everyday Tarot Deck Guidebook. So, right. Doesn't look like there's too much information. It looks like you're basically just straight into the meanings. It does have upright and reversed meanings in it, so if you are interested in reading reversals, that might be useful for you. It does just go through every single card. Right, so it says, this book has been bound using handcraft methods and Smithsone to ensure durability. The dust jacket and interior were illustrated by Eleanor Grosh, not sure, and designed by Susan Van Horn. The text was written by Bridget Esselmont. There you go. Oh, and I should also mention that you can actually buy, I'm not on commission here, hashtag not sponsored, but you can actually buy a big Everyday Tarot book. She has actually brought one out, so if you were interested in that, that's just some information. I'm not sure how I'm going to... I don't really like this plastic bit, I have to say. So, because this is a gorgeous box, and I'll be happy to store the cards actually in this box. Sorry, out of focus. Come on. Yeah, I would be happy to just store them in this box, but I'm not keen on the plastic. So, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to try and work something out, but it may be that I end up taking the plastic out of this box if I can, and then kind of doing some DIY, like putting something on either side to stop, and then I can put them in kind of this way. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing, because I just don't really like plastic when I'm trying to be spooky. And also, it's just, I don't know, putting them in the side, and then it's quite stiff. I just don't feel like, I don't know. But it is an absolutely gorgeous box, and it's a lot better quality than most boxes that you get tarot cards in, to be honest. It's much better than just kind of the standard, cardboard box that gets completely wrecked after, 3 uses. So I think once I've bonded with this deck, I will come back, I'll shuffle it and give a little reading. Yeah, I'll probably be filming that tomorrow now. I just wanted to get the cards out so that I could mess with them because I just could not wait. As soon as it arrived, I was like, yes, this is mine. And I wanted to film me opening it for you. So it's the next day now, and I've done a bit of work with these cards. I've done a little bit of path working, and I've done a few spreads, and I've gone through each card and kind of tried to familiarise myself with the images in the cards and kind of relating them to what I already know about the tarot and the images, etc, etc. And I am still completely in love with this deck. It is beautiful. So I will point out that all the pictures are quite reminiscent of traditional Rider White images. You know, if you are kind of used to those images in tarot, as you can see, they are very reminiscent. So if you pick up a deck like this and you are used to more traditional tarot decks, then it will feel very, very familiar to you. So that is really good. And another thing that I like about this deck, and actually that makes it quite good for beginners, again, is that every card actually has written on it what card it is. So it does have the Roman numerals. No, that's not a good one to show you. So it does have Roman numerals on the top, but it also has the name of the card. Now, usually the Major Arcana cards have the names anyway. Why can't I find any others? But like here, the Eight of Swords actually has the Eight of Swords written on it, so it just makes it a lot easier, you know, at a glance to see exactly which card you've got. You know, you don't have to get confused about the Roman numerals, and the imagery is not abstract. So, for example, like in the Wild Unknown deck, the imagery is quite abstract sometimes, and it just has a Roman numeral on a lot of the cards, so sometimes it is easy to kind of get a bit, you know, confused if you are a beginner or you're not familiar with the deck. So that is another reason why this deck is very good. Now, one thing I will say about this deck that a few other people have pointed out is that because it's quite matte, I don't know what it is really, I think it's just that, but the cards do stick together a bit. Like, I don't know if you can kind of tell. Like, I don't know, it's not really doing it now, actually. I mean, it's not such a problem, but when you shuffle, I mean, I'm rubbish at shuffling anyway, but they do stick together a little bit, and I don't know if as I kind of work with them a bit more, it'll become easier. Maybe I'll get used to it, or maybe the cards will kind of loosen up a bit, I don't know, but I'm sure there are ways of stopping this happening. I've heard of something to do with talc or something like that that can kind of stop that happening. A few reversals in there. But yeah, that would be one criticism of this deck. Right, so I'm just going to pull a card now, and we will go into that in a bit more detail. Right, see what we've got. There we are, Judgement. So this, I love this card. So as you can see here, we have the lady being summoned from the dead by this beautiful angel. And this is a card of intense awakening, basically being raised from the dead, from kind of a state of stasis, a state of, maybe it's kind of a dark night of the soul type situation, and you're finally coming out of it. It's really an intense metamorphosis, is the Judgment card. And I think that's a very, very potent and poignant image, and I have definitely gone through a dark night of the soul recently, and I am currently experiencing this with the help of tarot, so I'm very happy that I picked that card out. That's very nice. Right, so I think that's everything that I wanted to say about this deck, really. I will link Bridget's website down below if you wanted to have a look, but you can get this off Amazon, so just search Everyday Tarot if you want to get yourself a deck. Mine arrived incredibly quickly to the UK. Right, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.